North Wall sold my property back in 2 years ago in Formby, and I really didn't want to sell the property because I just renovated it, but we were going on to buy another property and renovate that one, so we had to sell it. But it was my baby and I absolutely loved it, and when I sold it I was very upset, but I was made up because obviously it went to amazing buyers. I chose North Wall. I did actually see a couple of other estate agents before, and because as I've just said, the property was a little bit like my baby, it just wasn't right for me. I just didn't think they were going to sell it to the right buyer, and for me it was so important. The buyer was so important because I had lovely neighbours and everything else like that, and the house, I put my heart and soul into it. And when I had the other estate agents come round, they just weren't giving me that warm feeling. And then obviously Kate came round and gave me the most amazing warm feeling, saying that she's going to get the best buyers for me, and she was going to show them round herself, something that I didn't want to do, but I knew that she loved the property just as much as me, and I knew she was going to sell it well, which was great because I've got what we wanted for it, and it was just really, really smooth sailing with Kate. When I was selling the property, you always have sometimes an unrealistic price point, but Kate was actually up there with what I wanted, which was amazing. And because the property was just newly renovated as well, and we had like a really nice bespoke kitchen, she said, look, we're going to be that as quite a big selling point as well. And the photos and like the videography that she did of selling the property was just amazing, and it looked amazing. I'd have bought it if it wasn't my property. I'd have just bought it because it looked great online. And yeah, she did an amazing job, and very, very friendly service, and nothing was too much trouble as well. So I'd ring her at the drop of a hat, and she'd be on the phone to me and talk me through everything. She was great. So Kate was just, in that respect, she was a bit of a ball buster, but importantly for me, gave me the absolute right advice, rather than thinking with like, oh no, these lovely people and this, that and the other, don't want to let them down. Kate was like, well, they haven't got a buyer, like, you've got to be realistic.
And you couldn't wait.
And I couldn't wait. I had to go with another buyer, and they were just literally on their coattails to get the house, and so it was really good. So North Wall helped me like achieve what I wanted to move on to my next purchase through getting me another rental, because we'd already bought the house that we're renovating now, and we needed to be in a rental because it was going to be a couple of years before it was completed. So I was in a bit of a frenzy of where to, because the buyers wanted to move in. I couldn't really move out, but I needed to move out. So Kate was like, look, we're going to find you a rental property. And it wasn't even through North Wall, it was through like another agent. So she went out of her way to find me a rental, even though she'd sold my house, find me a rental and get me the best deal with another agent, which is like, you just don't get that with anyone else. So, well, I don't think you get that with anyone else. So I thought it was amazing. I'd say price when I sold my home was really, really important. Basically, because we bought another house, we did need to get the money that we wanted to renovate this next house. So money was really important. Speed wasn't for me, because I just wanted to stay in the house while this house was getting renovated. But that wasn't the case, because nobody wants to wait for 2 years. So yeah, the money side of it was important, more than speed, to be honest. The quality of the service is more important than the fee, to be honest, because if we lived in our house for like 5 years, and that's a very short amount of time, but I was so attached to it. So when you've done what you've done to a house and renovated it, you can become really attached. And for me, the quality of selling my property was just, it was paramount, because I wanted everybody to see it in the best light. And that's what North Wall did. It showed me property in the best light. Modern, honest and friendly. It's a wrap! If somebody said to me that they were selling the house, I strongly recommend North Wall. Not only were they friendly, they just made the sale and the whole process go with ease. Kate was amazing. She came in, she did the videography, she did all the most beautiful, beautiful pictures. She came in and seen to clients into my house and did it to the best of her ability as if it was her own home. And I just think that is so important when you're selling a piece of you that you've put a lot of time and effort into, to have somebody with that integrity to go into your home and sell it as if it was their own. And Northwall was amazing for that, so I'd strongly recommend anyone use Northwall.